slight facial features are a little bit different, and like my eyes are brown, and I'm losing my hair, but there's a very striking similarity. It's like, oh,
Yeah, can't you guys tell how similar he looks to Ozzy Osbourne? You know, it's not a surprise. He has the mental retardation of Ozzy Osbourne at this point in his life, and the inability to formulate any coherent thought. And instead, he just sort of rambles and stutters and bounces around. He's about as useful as Ozzy Osbourne is. The difference is, I don't think Josh will ever reach 1/100th of the talent or or the skill or the acclaim that Ozzy Osbourne ever did. But hey, instead we're gonna get a great video of Josh just absolutely freaking out on camera, having a complete disaster stream. That's what the fans want. That's what the Boglum is gonna provide. And I'm here for that. I'm very appreciative when Josh, steps out of his shell, stops making gross salmon burger cooking videos or allowing convicted felons to come and sodomize him inside of his house. Instead, we get something even better. Him sitting here and complaining and crying the entire time. How exciting.
one of my fans stopped by to hang out for a bit, and they hooked it up with 100 proof Rumpel mince peppermint schnapps liqueur. This stuff is really good, and it's not a sponsor of the channel. This is also for 21 and up.
So I like the concept of Josh just allowing any person to come and give him a probably opened liquor bottle and just saying, that's most definitely what is up, YouTube. Drinking a half-empty liquor bottle from a fan. Because we all know that Josh has a lot of fans out there. And the more I watch, the more I'm just like, he tries to smash on the trolls all the time by saying, oh, you want to talk shit? Well, you're sending me money to talk shit, and I can just talk shit for free. Even though his entire existence is predicated on the fact that people will donate him money so that he can go $500 or $600 in debt and then ask people for more money again, it really makes me appreciate how functional our society is, how we're really, making sure that people that really need some help, like Josh, somebody who is completely incapable of holding down a job, completely incapable of knowing how to budget any money. I'm glad that we're sending him thousands of dollars a month so that he can live in his little shanty town. Very cool.
Maybe going bald on top. Don't care, still got the sides.
Pretty sure that this is what Duster does to your brain. You're just sitting there in silence. I don't even know, geeking out, quirking out. I don't know what's going on over here. And I actually like a lot of what old Josh was all about. I was a big fan of the whole Wendy's saga. Yeah, he was like messing up and stuff and not doing everything perfectly. But there was some amount of attempt there. Nowadays, he's just a pathetic loser who sits around all day and just holds out his hand asking for everybody to drop some money in my hand, YouTube, because I'm worth it. People are even interested in him making wands consistently. That's really all he has to do every single day. Maybe he doesn't like making wands, but people will pay like $100 for a crappy piece of wand that he's going to conjure up inside of his little dwelling. But you just have him over here looking awful. And I bring up the previous, Wendy's saga because his hair has gotten so much worse since then. I'm not sure if it's genetic necessarily or if it's something that he's like are there repercussions of doing like Duster all day that could like make your follicles in your head fall out? I really don't know, but it's looking horrible. And he even recently said, oh, if you want me to shave my head, I'll consider it for $20,000. Are you a complete and total regard? $20,000? That's your, I'll think about it. You're $600 in debt in this video, and you want me to say, yeah, 20 grand to shove off that skullet. You're turning into Cyrax, Toobz, alright? He can't escape reality.
Like, I went to the Office Bar and Grill last Halloween, minding my own business. I started blasting some Ozzy Osbourne on my phone, and people politely told me to turn it off because they were watching the football game. And I'm like, you know what? I love Ozzy, but I don't want to fucking cause any drama on Halloween. So, of course, I turned it off. And all I did was make a video. Like, I'm at the bar, didn't say which bar I was at, and the trolls figured it out. So then they started phone bombing the office and harassing Jim and Karen and the cocktail waitresses. And it's like, nobody in town wants to fucking help me stand up against the trolls.
You know, Toobz, I'll do you one. I'll come be your personal security guard. I'll be your personal investigator, and we'll get these trolls. I, for one, obviously am not a troll. I'm on your side, brother. It's funny because he never takes a second to think, maybe I'm not guaranteed the right and the justification to just do whatever I want wherever I go and have no repercussions. Because he'll always put up the, oh, I'm autistic, dude, stop bullying me, dude, I'm autistic, dude. But that's not a deflection to be able to just play music as loud as you want and probably smell really bad, look really bad. You're not, the number one priority of an owner of a restaurant or a bar to say, that's my clientele right there. That's who I want to bring in. It's just, he doesn't somehow comprehend the fact that, hey, if I stream here, the trolls are going to figure out where I am. And then they're going to try and get me kicked out or arrested or something of the sort. It happens everywhere he goes in public if he streams. Yet his mind can't grasp that somehow. And if he can't grasp that, then he shouldn't be on the internet. But hey, I'm just a loser, pathetic troll who doesn't know anything, right, Josh? You're such a supreme being. Go back to huffing your aerosol, and I'll see you at your funeral in 2 years.
You can tell it's fermenting into alcohol. My mango mead, because of the head on the bottle, because look at that, the balloon. People are like, you'll never be able to turn that into alcohol because it's got preservatives. And I'm like, that's why you add a shit ton of sugar and honey to it so the yeast has something to eat.
So there's another saga going on. He had and drank all of his previous wine that he concocted. Botulism is coming in nicely, Toobz. I guess he's moving on to a mead. And there was a whole speculation because there's a certain preservative inside of this juice that he bought that apparently counteracts the alcohol making process. It doesn't allow alcohol to crystallize. But Josh is king. He knows what he's talking about. And obviously he's going to be the guy, just like with the wine when he didn't give it nearly enough time to ferment. He's going to come back and say, oh man, this is making me drunk. I'm so drunk now. It's like the Jason Genova video of him drinking a couple beers and saying, oh, mommy, I'm so drunk. Oh, I'm hungover, guys. I'm so drunk. That's Josh every single day.
Ooh, I'm starting to feel a little obnoxious. Might go longer than an hour because it's the weekend. Use a condom, people. You should wait till you're in college to have shagnanigans, but if some shit happens and you're at a party with your high school, kind of thing, use condoms. That's how you prevent teen pregnancy. I thank you. I'm not going to tell you not to do it because I was a kid once and have given the opportunity to have that kind of thing with my fellow classmates, and it's all consensual and all that. Fuck sickos. I would have,
There's just a lot to dissect with this particular clip or series of clips because, first off, The weekend is every day of your life, Josh. I don't know why he always sets these stipulations of, it's not even 5 o'clock yet, so I can't drink. What do you mean he can't drink? You sit inside all day. He never goes outside. I'd be curious to see, does he even go grocery shopping? Or is he just like feast on the garbage that trolls send him? And that's why he eats everything that comes to him, including a special little treat that we'll see a little bit later on. But then he follows it up by being a complete sicko, even though he will claim that what he's talking about is not a complete sicko. Well, as a 30-year-old man, well, older than a 30-year-old man, talking about the sexual preferences and the sexual desires of teenagers in high school, yeah, I consider that kind of a sicko mood. You know, why couldn't you reference a college student? Why did it have to be a teenage sweetheart at some party? You know, make sure you wrap it up. It's because Josh deep down is a sicko. Shocker. You know, I feel like I'm being really negative in this particular video, but there's something about D-Gen just sitting there being worthless that sort of is bugging me, and Josh also being a sicko low-key but pretending like he's not good, dude. Not great.
Finally, Jesus Christ. What up, YouTube? I've been trying to redo my second half of my live stream for ages now. Seriously frustrating. I try to go live and the internet's gonna me on it, dude. Yeah, if it's paid for, just leave it here, please. No, you don't gotta hand it to me. I'm streaming. You can read the sign, can't you?
Thank you.
Hello, this is DoorDash. I was supposed to hand it to you face to face. You don't gotta hand it to me face to face just to get a reaction on YouTube.
So essentially, Josh's stream gets cut off. I guess his internet was having issues, and it takes an hour for him to get back online, and he's just furious. He's irate. That's his, you know, this is his 9 to 5. He has to get his little cash, you know, send him his money. Come on, guys, send me money. And when he's missing out on that hour, that's an extra hour of him sitting on stream. I mean, come on. This man, he works so hard for his money. Can't you tell? Trolls are sending him DoorDash meals. He works so hard for it. And it's funny because he likes to take this superiority role of like, oh, can't you read the sign? It says, don't knock on my door. And obviously some troll probably ordered it. And I guess there's a selection. You can say, meet at door or drop off. I think it's policy that if they don't answer, you just leave it there. But it's also, they have to knock. And it's probably also policy that if you have meet at door, you have to knock. Regardless of whatever paraphernalia that's scribbled on the outside, probably isn't legible. You know, it's wizard writing. But he wants to take the superiority complex, and then he goes on this rant about how, well, how can you be a DoorDash driver if you can't even read the sign? She's so stupid. And it's like, she probably just said that in jest to you. As sort of a, he's saying, I'm streaming right now. Can't you read the sign? And in jest, she says, I can't read the sign, Josh. Clearly, the sarcasm and the pettiness just flew over him. Shocking. Shocking that he couldn't pick up on that.
In fact, just to stick it to my YouTube trolls, instead of getting mad about my trolls sending me cat food through DoorDash because they think they're so clever, I'm going to turn it around on them, and I'm going to eat this on camera just to stick it to my YouTube trolls. But like, this is going to provide interesting content for my fans. I swear to God, oh, don't you do it, Cobra. You want to see Cobra eat cat food on camera? This is ridiculous. Yeah. I tried one bite for y'all. Oh.
I think this really just epitomizes what makes Josh so stupid. Because in his somehow askewed brain, he thinks that the troll sending him cat food was for what? to be a little gag, be like, oh my, I got a cat food can. What do I do? Oh, it's like, is that his perception? The trolls clearly want you to eat the cat food because you're a complete mong who doesn't know what he's doing. He's sitting there eating cat food, which is not made for human consumption. It's not good for you. It probably would make you sick. But seeing all the things that Josh has eaten, I highly doubt anything like that would actually come to fruition. But he tries to own the trolls. Yeah, I'm going to eat this cat food because my fans want to see this content. Your fans are trolls, man. This was the most entertaining aspect of the entire video, was him eating cat food. How great. And then it's not even just one bite. It's not one bite reviews. Everybody knows the rules. It's I'm gonna keep eating it because I'm dedicated to the gag. He can try and claim that he thinks it's disgusting, but for a scum-sucking bottom feeder like himself, I'm sure this was a delicious, appetizing meal before he went back into his kitchen and ate disgusting spam and caviar. Gross.
Even though I've been rejected by every chick I've liked since the 4th grade, I still try. You know? I'm not afraid to be myself. I'm like, if you want to reject me because you're creeped out by me, but that's a total double standard.
Yeah, if you don't like Josh because he's creepy and weird and likes to talk about teenager sex habits and eats cat food, guess what, buddy? You're a bigot and I'm sending you to jail. You have to want to have sex with him. I mean, look how suave and sexy he is. It's always funny. I mean, it's clear deflection or just inability to comprehend basic human thought, because he claims that he has so many babes that are down with the toobz. They really want to hook up with Cobra because Cobra's cool cat Cobra. Yet he can't get with any of them. That's weird. It's almost like it's probably all a bunch of 15-year-old boys who are pretending to be girls and saying that they're fangirls of his. That's crazy. And the craziest part of it is, let's say hypothetically, yeah, these fangirls are real. Tactical Soap is really working. His obsession with that porn star who he's really into is really on key, toobz. And for whatever reason, over 6 years, none of them, he never was able to interact or encounter them or have them show up to his house. They're so obsessed with him. He's so talented and so sexy that they want to stay as far away from him and never try. His address is publicly known. All the trolls know it, yet none of the fangirls know it? That's weird. Either way, it's really sad and pathetic to listen to this babbling, because it's clear he has zero chance with any women. He had his shot in the past and decided to cheat on her with a pregnant lady for a cigarette. So, do with what you will, but let's not live in fairy tale land, buddy.
What? I was not, oh my God, I was not waving a gun around. Can you people leave me the alone, please? It's fine. Jesus Christ. All right, you too. I'm tired of the cops being called on me. You happy? You got what you wanted! And then oh my God, dude.
So he really just spurgs out at the end of the stream. The cops are called on him. Yes, I think it's bad to call the cops on random people on the internet, but at the same time, Josh definitely needs a welfare check all the time, because this man is mentally deranged. He can't function on his own. He's over here making illegal alcohols and is just doing duster all day and inviting criminals into his house. Like, yeah, I think that sort of constitutes of somebody that needs to have a welfare check. And then as soon as they show up, he's like, why are you showing up? Get out of here! it's like, all right, well, you're lucky that you're living in a pretty small town, because if you're doing this in, I don't know, downtown Los Angeles, this man's getting tasered. The police aren't dealing with that. Josh lives to see another day, and he apologizes afterwards and says the trolls are being mean to me, and I can't deal with that. So either way, Josh he's on a constant decline. I feel like I was pretty negative in this video, but it's really irritating to me when he's constantly begging all the time and acting on this superiority role, when it's quite obvious that he's just a pathetic loser. And you've really reached rock bottom when a guy commenting on top of your videos is saying that you're the loser. That's when it's real bad. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.